Five Boroughs ride is the ultimate way to see New York City. But if you don't get your logistics quite right, it can turn into a headache. Let's talk about the two most important things you need to do right now. First, registration timing. You want to register early and try to get into the earliest wave possible. Usually, anyone that winds up in wave 4 or above winds up walking most of the bridges. If you're an experienced rider, you might even want to consider doing the VIP registration so you'll be the first one out the gate. The Bike Expo. When you go to pick up your packet, make sure you set up enough time to go visit the Bike Expo. It's not just for picking up your bib. If you forget anything, this is a great place to get gear, to get clothing, to get anything that you might have forgotten to bring with you on the tour. One of my biggest takeaways from riding Five Boroughs is to stay on Staten Island. But here's what really happens at the end of the ride. You're tired, you're exhausted, and the last thing you really want to do is to spend an hour or two getting on the ferry to get back to the starting point. I just want to mention that the Staten Island Ferry runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's actually free. If you decide to stay in Staten Island, you'll find your lodging cheaper, and you will be back at your hotel with your feet up while everyone else is waiting in line to get back to Manhattan. Next, I have a piece of advice for advanced cyclists. I would really highly suggest do not do clipless pedals. This is too much stopping and going on the ride. I saw several people fall because they couldn't get their feet unclipped in time. Next, know the bag rules. Make sure that only bags you carry are the legal ones. Any oversized bag, panniers, backpacks will be confiscated somewhere in the 3 checkpoints, and you will not get them back until after the ride. If you do not want your bag confiscated, they're going to ask you to leave the tour, and you will be responsible for getting back to where you started. Try to be at your wave start location at least 60 minutes early. It is better to chill, grab a cup of coffee, meet some other cyclists than to be stressed or bumped into a lower wave. The first 4 miles through Manhattan, you must keep your head on a swivel. You will find people, without looking, stopping at NBC Studios or Radio City, for an example, to take photographs and selfies. I strongly suggest wearing a helmet. While I was on the 2023 ride, I saw a guy fly over his handlebars after his front tire got stuck in a storm drain. It didn't end well. I also want to strongly suggest getting some hill training in before you attempt the Five Boro. Even though I do personally know folks who did it with no training, if you asked them, they would tell you they wish they did some training before attempting the ride. So get some hill training in now. You don't want to be the person seen on someone's video walking across the bridges. Walking creates a dangerous situation and you don't want to be injured. Last, the one thing I want to mention is the Verrazzano Bridge that comes up at mile 35. This is a leg killer. What makes it so interesting is you actually start going uphill about 2%, about 2 miles before you even get to the bridge. Before going over the bridge, stop at the last rest stop, hydrate, eat a snack, chill out, recover your legs, and then proceed on for the last 2.5 miles. Trust me, you're going to want to thank me for this particular tip. Remember, the Five Boroughs is a vibe. It's not a race. You just want to enjoy being out there and take in the sights. Take your time, enjoy the finish festival. There'll be plenty of food trucks, plenty of gifts, and cherish the medal that you will receive at the end. I've put some links in below to some of the resources that you would need in order to help you plan your adventure. I also have included a link to the Alliance Transportation so that you can get bike maps of all the places you can ride on Staten Island. And if you call the zoo ahead of time and tell them you want to come, they will make arrangements where you can put your bike in the zoo. If you look at the post in my YouTube channel, I have posted a checklist that can help you with your tour planning. Once again, do not forget to look at the bag policy. If you have any additional questions, you can contact me in the comments below, leave your questions, and I will send you an answer as soon as possible. If you enjoyed this video, please share the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed the Five Boroughs tour, please leave me a comment in the links below and let me know how it went. A couple of other items I want to discuss right here. Hey, make sure you check the weather a couple days before heading to New York so you will know how to dress. Second, get a tune-up at least a couple weeks prior to going, and make sure you check your tires for wear. Fresh rubber always avoids flat, especially in New York streets.